Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy P Funk, thinking right out here in my lab, trying to get my chain right, doing what I do for you. Oh, this is not gonna get me many views because I'm gonna talk about y'all ignorant people. Once again, I got to hit you again. So let's rock. Popcorn time. Let's go. Right, this is 25 rules live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself or self mastery. Let's go. Right thinking. Oh, my mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do for you. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not, and knows that they know not is simple. You can teach them. That's why I do what I do. For you, I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and thinks that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know, knows not that they know. Excuse me. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you, right there, because know that self. And two, might not be true. I think let's talk about how P Funk's philosophy says when you choose ignorance, aka the dark side, you choose that. Okay? When you choose enlightenment, that's the right side, aka the light side, the good side. Let's talk about it. I got a concept here I'm gonna throw by you. Now, that guy, when you see me point back there, that guy was the dark guy, Darth Vader. If we were the Star Wars, he's Darth Vader. I'm his son, Luke Skywalker. So that's the concept I'm playing with right now. He chose ignorance, I chose enlightenment. He chose darkness, I chose the light. See where we're going with this? All right, so let's go. I want to set the tone for that. Self mastery is the goal for all those who choose what? Enlightenment. All those ignorant people, where they all come from, and when will they, or if they will ever what learn. I'm trying to teach them when daily, every day. I'm right on my grind right now, talking about them, not to disparage them, but to try to wake them up to realize the error in their ways and hopefully change what they're doing for the better. I'm a good guy now. If you're a bad guy, we enemies. Okay, we become mortal enemies. But used to be, yeah, I used to be. Don't forget, used to be until there's two different things. I'm not who I used to be. I don't do what I used to do. That's the change I'm trying to get you to recognize in yourself because you can do it too. It changed me. It can change you. We live in a society where they reward bad actions, ignorant people. They will let the bad guy win. When I was coming up, the bad guy always lost. The bad guy always took the L. The bad guy, the black, always got the L. Now the bad guy win in the end, right off to sunset, happy, giggling, and that's what y'all portraying to the younger generation. They think it's okay to be bad. Hell, I grew up being bad. I thought bad was cool. I thought being good was corny. Suckers was good. So you see the environment that I grew up in? Okay, I didn't pick it. I just grew up in it and did what I had to do to survive while I was in it. When being an ex-ignorant person, which I am now, I look back over my life and I just smile and laugh and say, dude, you was dumb as all get up. But you couldn't tell me nothing. Listen to that guy. Couldn't tell him nothing either. But I figured, hell, he knew better. I was wrong. People, don't put expectations on anybody. Mother, father, sister, brother, son, cause no, don't put expectations on anybody. Why? where you won't be disappointed by them. If you expect something from them and they don't get it, you'll be disappointed. But if you don't expect it, they can't disappoint you or surprise you. So that's just a little self-mastery tidbit. And you'll find that out as you go through life. That's part of being master self. You start to realize what's really going on with other people, and you have to let them be. Okay? If they're ignorant, I'm a teacher. I try. When I realize I can't, I move on. What? Ain't nothing I can do there. That's self-mastery again. Realizing when you've done all you could, you walk away. When the doctor over body, they do the cardio, everything, pump, breathe, pump. When they can't resuscitate you, bring you back, okay, they realize, oh, I'm done. Well, I'm not. Because you emotionally involved. You just want something to happen. When it's over, it's over. When it happens, it's happened. Ignorant people can't foresee reality. Why? Because they always in their mind, they want what they want. Okay? That's ignorance. But I see a bunch of what I call dark raiders. Those who choose dark side, those who choose ignorant, those who choose the bad stuff. And they love being ignorant. And they proud of being bad. Well, I can't knock it. Well, I wear mine like a badge of honor. I'm a hustler. I'm a drug dealer. I'm a gangster. Yeah, that was the mindset. Yeah, I did it. So, yeah, not proud of it, but it is what it is. My son didn't do it. I didn't pass that nonsense to him. So, again, parenting. But when you yourself, when you decide to choose enlightenment, now you're right thinking. Now you're in my ballpark. Come on, hang out with me. Why? I've done that. I can tell you that ain't worth a plug nickel. I've been doing this for a while. This is good. I'm speaking for it. I'm repping it. Simple. So when you choose enlightenment, you become a right thinker. That's obtaining self-knowledge. That's going to the right side, the light side. That's what you want to be in the light, okay? And mostly when you're living, you want to live right. So this is what you can do. When I chose to change my life with self-knowledge, my old man didn't. So we had to part ways. Yeah. Partners in crime. I had to make the decision for myself. But man, you ain't playing fair. I can't play that game. So I left. Ever since I became enlightened, straight. Why? I don't do those things no more. So the strained relationship, father-son relationship, seemed to be a little, had some issues. But to this day, because I've changed my life around, I chose enlightenment, I chose to be a good guy, change my life around, I have no friends. What the hell that's about? Only bad people have friends? Only people who do bad stuff have friends? Well, no, get me right. On my level. I forgot I did put the on my level. Where I'm at in my life, ain't many people I can socialize with. I don't know if that's good or bad, but that's where I'm at. And I'm starting to realize, dude, yeah, maybe it ain't in the cards. So just do what you do. I'm here every day talking to y'all. That keeps my sanity. That keeps me happy. What? I'm getting some of the stuff off my chest. Somebody I can talk to. All right. Appreciate you tuning in. All right. So again, and ever since I did that change, I call myself a servant of God. That don't make me a preacher, a minister, or that. No, I'm not doing nothing. I'm a teacher. I tell you what I am. I'm a sage. I live what I practice, what I teach. I live by the rules that I set forth. That I teach you. I live by myself. And that means I teach those who want to be taught or want to know about God. I'm a spiritual philosopher. I talk about God. And my mother say, he talks about God a lot. I still can't get over that. All right. But yeah, I am what they call a spiritual philosopher. I didn't even know that was the title. My pastor, Brother Wright, every time he come out with these definitions to define me, what I'm doing, first he called me an evangelist. Okay. Then he said I was a minister. Paul, he gave me the title for Paul, the apostle. Okay. All right. That's what he said. Then I became a sage. Then I became a master teacher. Now I'm a spiritual philosopher. He said, Brother Wright, you on a mission from God to the people. I'm a messenger. Here we go again. I don't know about all that stuff. I don't do that. I just do what I do. But y'all call it whatever you want. I ain't got a problem with that. Okay. But I'm a one of life. Okay. What? Knowledge. Knowledge is light. Okay. When you have knowledge, you do what's right. That's how you do. That's what you call self-mastery, by holding yourself accountable to do what's right. If you know right from wrong, if you make the decision to do wrong, you can't think you got something coming. I knew that, so I changed that method. My light shines now bright. Why? Because I live right when daily. I am the light. Why? In the dark. Because right now we got a bunch of dark people going around. I'm trying to just shine my light. When I go into the underworld, the darkness, he brings the light. Okay? So when he leave us what? In the dark. So he can go to people who are in the dark while we got light. He gotta go help them out too. He got two jobs. Okay? Like my man, you only got one job. You lazy man. I got three jobs. Okay? Anybody working three jobs, working too hard. Moving on, I'm just saying, and I understand. I don't get involved in little petty personal stuff. It ain't personal with me. It's just a fact. It ain't but 24 hours in a day. Work, refreshment, okay, and relaxation. You got to slice that pie. If not, you're gonna miss a few things. Moving on. I ain't got time. I got a schedule for living your daily life. I'll break that down for you too. All right, here we go. But we have a lot of people who chose the dark side. We got a bunch of dark raiders running around here. Ignorant people who like being ignorant. They chose ignorance over knowledge. They chose the dark over the light. And they have that right. He lived his whole life on the dark side. Until the end, too late. You can't come to the. No, it don't work that way. If you're going to live dark, die dark. Simple as that. Don't switch at the end. Why? That's what all the bad guys do. When they realize they should have been good, too late. It's Monday morning quarterback, and they ain't won a game yet. We as a people, we know lack of self-knowledge has been our number one problem for us black people for over 2,000 years. Let that sink in. Come on now. Know how many generations we done went through with this ignorance? I got four generations. My great grandmother had that white Christ picture on the wall in our house. So my great grandmother was all in. My grandmother, not so much. She's the black sheep of the family. Okay? So she the one got me away from that nonsense. My mom had to go to church. She grew up in church. She didn't have a choice. Okay? But that's because her grandmother had her, not her mother. My grandmother wasn't for that nonsense. So, and my mom didn't drag me to church, didn't make me go to church. When she came to church with me the one time, she's singing all the hymns. I'm like, well, how the hell baby, I grew up in the church. You ain't the first one to know God. So she set me straight about that a long time ago. All right. But if you chose to be ignorant, chose to do you, then you got to live that life. Okay, go all in. When I was a drug dealer, I was all in. I wasn't a little bit drug dealer or drug dealer sometimes. No, I was all in. Again, if you going to be. That's what I mean, pure real. I ain't changed being real. I just changed what I do by being real. And now I'm being real with God. I'm good with that. I was real with the other guy. I didn't get no benefits from that. That's what I'm trying to tell you for a fact. I didn't leave my son down that road. Why? That's a dead end. I ain't going down there no more. How about that? I tell you the story about the mice in the maze. When he get the cheese, he get rewarded. He used that as an outlet. If he gets shot, no matter how many routes you shut off, he ain't going down that road no more. Why? He knows down there. That's smarter than most of us people. But having knowledge of anything other than yourself is pretty much a waste of time or thought. Why? It ain't gonna serve you at judgment day. Self-knowledge is what you're gonna need. The heart, purify the heart. Knowing how far the sun is, knowing how deep the ocean is, don't do nothing for the heart. That's all knowledge for that. No, you need to get some self-knowledge so you can purify the heart. Live right, do right, be right like Mr. Right. That's what you do. Self-knowledge is lightening one's heart by what? Purifying it with what? Good, righteous deeds and integrity, self-pride, all those things that you have to make qualities, then you exhibit them. That's what he recognizes in you. A lot of people chose set, aka the ego self, the lower self. Why? Because material stuff. They like stuff. He loves stuff. And when he died, everybody came and got his stuff. Okay, I didn't want no parts of none of it. I did take the bedroom set. Forgot about that. But yeah, that's all I got left out of all that. Moving on. Again, if I expected something from that guy, I'd have been disappointed. Moving on. In life, You got to be the one to set your expectation down of others and people in your life. Why? They're going to let you down. If you expect them to, they will. Okay? Whatever you expect them to do, they're going to do the opposite, and you're going to be the consequences. You're going to suffer the consequence of being disappointed, let down. Okay? But again, a lot of people who choose themselves over God pay in the end. They all regret it in the end. That's all the bad guys. When they had to suffer, they pay for the consequences of their actions. They all bitch up. Yeah. All the tough guys ain't really tough in the end. The ego ain't that tough in the end. That's why he's a scapegoat. Okay, he leads you there and then he gonna bail. He gonna dip. That's why your higher self got to stand in for you. That's purification of when your heart and your mind, when they become one, you connected to God, you become God. Who will give it up in the crunch. Your ego ain't who he think or say he is to you. Don't trust him. Trust him. If you wait for him at the end, he's going to leave you. What did Christ say? And that's the right there. Wait, watch this. When Christ said, I will never leave you, I'll be with you even to the end, right? That's telling you the ego ain't gonna be with you to the end. So he ain't your ego. That's what he's trying to tell you. It ain't about the ego. Why the ego is for the crap. He ain't the dude. Okay? And I like that. Just got that concept. I just thought about that when he said, I'm with you to the end. The ego bails. Okay, I'll tell you about my man Carl Jung, how he did hospice, and to a person, everybody's ego acquiesces in the end. They give up. They give in. Well, they punks. The ego is all one bad. That's Goliath. He looked big and strong, but he ain't really that bad. He ain't really that tough. Okay? When they did the Yellow Brick Road, when she wouldn't find the guy behind the mirror, the wizard, he ain't all that. He just BSing you. All right. But if you chose doing wrong over doing right, you are my enemy. I don't do bad things no more. I don't, that life, I'm not locking you up or turning you in, but no, I just ain't gonna deal with you. Why? That ain't my thing. When I was a drug dealer, I didn't hang out with church-going people. I didn't hang out with good people. I hung out with drug people. Now I'm a good person. I can't hang out with them people, so I hang out with church people. Big difference. But your ego will only choose what satisfies what serves it in a physical capacity where it gets pleasures or a monetary situation where it get money or things. That's the ego. That's flesh. That's material. God is spirit. He don't do the material stuff. That means nothing. And when you wake up and become conscious, you'll get the concept. And this stuff here ain't nothing value to this. It's a book to use, but I ain't hell bent on that book. Moving on. It can go with me. Okay. It can help me get me where I want to go with the knowledge I've been using, that I can practice from. Again, use it for what it's worth and then move on. But when you obtain self-knowledge, that means your enemies are those who are what? Ignorant. And you're gonna have a lot of enemies. When you a good guy, you got a bunch of enemies. Every time the bad guys, they all get together in the saloon back in the day. When the one good guy come in wearing his little stuff, he looking different. Everybody know, yeah, he know. You can tell by the way he dressed, he down and from out of town. Why? Just by the way he dressed. He don't look like us. He ain't one of us. So, and he good. Everybody else is bad. And what? They gonna try him. Somebody gonna try him. And usually, most men, when they got their stuff together, they'll show you. I can tell you, I'm old school. I can show you better than I can tell you. All that rap, I don't do a whole bunch of that. No, see, let your mouth write checks that your ass can't cash. I don't work that way. Moving on. But if you serve you, your ego self, and that's what most people do when they doing what's wrong, they serving them. I sold drugs to make money and have pleasures and had a girl on it. Yeah, I bought into that nonsense and I paid for it. Okay, don't do it no more. Okay, lock, stock, and barrel. That's what I call the dark side. The dark side is where you doing what's wrong, not what's right. No, you doing what you want to do, and sometimes what you want may not be what's right. Now I hold myself accountable to do just what's right, not what I want. That's the difference, okay? And that's to say, let your conscience be your guide. Do what you know to be right. What the hell? So I've been good, so I got maybe one blow up before I got out of here. Let me see if I can get to it. But again, I'm an enlightened being. And if you're ignorant being, we can't be friends. Why can't we be friends? Why? Because you doing something that I don't do. I do something that you don't do. So we ain't got nothing in common. Move on. Separate. You go that way, I go that way. Simple. We ain't got to walk the same way. We ain't going the same way, obviously. So I got a problem with that. But when you have knowledge, aka light, and you're living right, shining your light like Mr. Right, people will what? Gravitate to you. Those who want what you're doing daily. Those who don't won't. I ain't got a problem with that. Again, you go to fish, you go to the line and you go fishing, you put that bait out there. Whoever come and get that bite, that's who you're gonna pull in. So I'm fishing right now. Jesus was the fisherman. He's the fisher of men. I'm fishing for men also. I'm fishing for good men. And Lot found out in his town wasn't a one. So everybody ain't got good men. Let me go. And my man Marcus Aurelius. Don't argue or debate about what a good man is. Be one. Make your point known. And I have a little bit of light in me. And that little bit of light, once I let it shine and get better at it, it gets brighter. What used to be a little bit of light, starting to shine a little brighter. I can tell by the numbers. All right. But right thinking philosophy is that light. And it will bring you out of the darkness with knowledge of self. That's the concept. I hope you understand. I did the long way around to get there. All right, hold on 1 second. Yeah, excuse me. When you got light, knowledge, all you gotta do is use it, exercise it. That's how you shine. Let me go. I'll wrap it up. But when you're ignorant, you don't have light. You got darkness. That's that feeling of what? Everywhere you go, everybody seems to look at you a little different. Yeah, because you ain't radiating good light. You got that dark thing going. With the Flintstone, my man Slap Rock, who had the cloud over him, that's your dark side. Come to light before death, not after. Why? Because you won't make it. If you go to light after death, that's the trap back here to reincarnation. Come to light before you die, get knowledge of self, hang up with Mr. Right, and we get together in the afterlife. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Right, thinker, in closing, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day, so I never know that when you choose ignorance, you choose the dark side, and you choose the right side, the light side, you pass away. Follow Mr. Right. That's the light.